Mike Tyson made $400 million knocking people out. He spent it on 3 Bengal tigers, a $2 million bathtub, and 3,000 racing pigeons. Then Don King stole the rest. This is his Financial Autopsy. Welcome back to Financial Autopsy. Last week, we covered 50 Cent's cursed mansion. This week, we're going bigger. Mike Tyson earned $400 million between 1985 and 2005. By 2003, he was $23 million in debt. How do you blow through $500 million in 20 years? Tigers, pigeons, and the greatest robbery in sports history. Let's go! Mike Tyson grew up in Brownsville, Brooklyn. By 30, he'd been arrested 38 times. His mom died when he was 16. Then boxing legend Kastamoto found him and turned him into a weapon. In 1986, at 20 years old, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. The money started pouring in. A $27 million HBO contract in 1987, a $120 million Showtime deal in 1990, and peak fights earning him $30 million each. By 1990, Mike Tyson was worth $300 million. He was 23 years old, and he had no idea how to handle it. Let's talk about the wildest purchases in sports history. First, the Tigers. Mike Tyson owned 3 Bengal tigers. Kenya, Storm, and Boris. Cost to buy them $140,000. The annual trainer, $125,000. Feeding them, $200,000 a year. That's a total of over $2 million for 3 giant murder cats. One of them even attacked a trespasser. Tyson paid her $250,000 to settle. Worth it? Mike thought so. Then there were the pigeons. Mike loves pigeons. He owned over 3,000 racing pigeons. The cost, up to $3,000 each. Let us do the math. 3,000 pigeons times $3,000 equals $9 million on birds. $9 million on pigeons. Now for the cars. In his first 3 years out of prison, he spent $4.5 million on cars and motorcycles. But here's the twist. 19 of those cars were for his friends. Not for him, for his friends. He was just handing out Bentleys like party favors. And the jewelry. His monthly spending on clothes and jewelry was $100,000. In one single trip to a London jeweler, he spent $688,000. Then he walked out without paying. They sued him. Because of course they did. He threw himself a birthday party that cost $410,000. $410,000 for a birthday party. I don't even want to know what that looked like. And the bathtub. A $2 million gold-plated bathtub. $2 million to take a bath. Finally, the mansions. He owned multiple properties, including the 50-Turo mansion that also bankrupted 50 Cent. It had 21 bedrooms, an indoor nightclub, tiger cages, and basketball courts. He was spending over $400,000 per month just to maintain his lifestyle. That's almost $5 million per year. Every year. Just to exist. Now, let's talk about Don King, the man with the greatest hair and worst reputation in boxing. In 1988, after Tyson fired his previous team, Don King swooped in and became his promoter. Here's the scam. King took 30% of Tyson's purses. Plus, Tyson had 2 co-managers who each took $3 million per fight. So, out of a $30 million payday, $9 million went to Don King, $3 million to one manager, and $3 million to another. Mike was keeping only half of his own money. But wait, it gets worse. King also charged Tyson for his wife's consulting fees, his son's management fees, and his daughter running the fan club. He also charged Mike for travel, security, cars, and even office renovations. The office joke was CDMT charged back Mike Tyson. If they didn't know who should pay for something, they just charge it to Mike. And Mike had no idea, because Don King's accountant controlled all of Mike's financial records. When Tyson tried to get his files, the accountant said, "I can't, they're in cap notes, owned by Don King." In 1998, Tyson sued King for $100 million. They settled in 2004 for $14 million, but Mike never saw a dollar it. All went to his creditors. Oh, and one more thing. In 2003, Mike was high on cocaine when he met Don King. While they were driving on the highway, Mike kicked Don in the head and choked him from the back seat. They kicked him out on the side of the I-95. And somehow, they still worked together for 2 more years after that. By 2000, Mike was in trouble. His skills were declining. The losses were piling up. In 2002, he fought Lennox Lewis for over $100 million. He lost. But even that massive payday didn't help, because he owed $13.4 million to the IRS, $4 million to British tax authorities, and over $600,000 to law firms. Not to mention child support, divorces, and lawsuits. On June 11th, 2003, Mike Tyson filed for bankruptcy. His assets were estimated between $10 and $50 million, but his debts were $23 million. Every dollar of that $400 million gone. Mike retired in 2005. Broken, and a punchline. But here's the crazy part. He came back. He launched a podcast. He started a cannabis company that's making $60 million a year. He did movies, cameos, and documentaries. Today, Mike Tyson's net worth is around $20 million. He's sober. He's reflective. He says $1,000 is real money to him now. And Don King, they reconciled Mike's response. Don King educated me. That will never happen again. So, what can we learn? Lesson 1. Lifestyle inflation destroys wealth. $400,000 a month is unsustainable, even with $30 million payday. Lesson 2. Read your contracts. Mike Windone. King exploited that. Lesson 3. Your entourage will bleed you dry. 50+ people on payroll. Buying cars for friends. Lesson 4. Exotic purchases are money pits. Tigers and pigeons don't appreciate in value. And lesson 5. Trust the wrong people and you will get robbed. Choose your team carefully. Mike Tyson survived prison, Don King, and bankruptcy. But he couldn't survive his own spending. Hit subscribe. Next week, Nicolas Cage's stolen dinosaur skull and $150 million disaster. This is Financial Autopsy. Remember, it's not what you make, it's what you keep.